Hey guys, and welcome to this recreate. Today we will recreate the single player GTA player swap option, as you can see here. So here's player A, there in the distance is player B. If I press H, it will go into the air like in GTA and moving to the other character. And now we can move with this character. So if I press H again, go up and go back to the other character. And all these movings are completely customizable. So yeah, let's start. So go ahead and create a new project. We want to have a third-person character. Call this GTA tutorial or something like this. Let's create this. And here we are. Press on this button to open the side menu. Go into blueprints, open up your third-person character. But let's first rename this into char A, like this. Then we want to work on the logic. So let's get a camera. So just add a normal camera here. Let's call this moving cam, because this will be the camera which will be the actual moving part. Then let's make a key event. So I will use the H key. From this one I get a branch. So this one will be can press H question mark, because we want to block the H if we pressed it once, so we can't spam this. So this is set to true at normal, then we set it to false. After this we need a new variable, call this can move, and we set this also. This is just a double check, so we can't really move. You don't need to do this, you can just set here disable input, but we will go with this way. So next up we need a function, copy location. For this one it's quite easy. We get here our follow camera and we get our moving camera, and we set from the moving camera the word set word location and rotation. So the new location and rotation will be wherever the follow camera is. So get word location like this, and get word rotation like this. That's it for this. So next up, let's bring this copy location in here like this. Let's maybe add here our double check movement application. So get here the if, and here the if, and pull in the can move, and pull in the can move. So normally this one will be set to true. Compile and save. And let's do it also for key input. So this is done. Compile and save. Now let's work further on this. So the next part is to swap between those two cameras. So before we start with this, go to your moving camera and set to disable auto active. So only this camera is activated. Then let's set active of this camera here to reset, so it's false. And from this moving camera, which has now the location of our follow camera, is set to new active. And from this point here starts our loop with the camera, and for this we need a new variable called breakout. Compile this and save this. This breakout variable will be true at the beginning, and we need a float which will be our alpha, which is also set to 0. So let's get these two in here, and here's again a double check, so we can initialize these variables. Maybe at some point they are not correctly translated from the other character, so we set them here to true and to 0. So now we go into our delay. So to have a smooth camera movement, we should use here 0.01. And from this we get the branch. and we check if the breakout is false. If it's false, we break out, and if it's true, we just need another function where we want to move above head. So the camera goes above the head. This is one movement point here, so let's get the moving camera and let's get the mesh in. So from this one we want to get world location, and of course we want to get world rotation. So like this, and we want to set also this world location and rotation. So get here this function, and from the new location we pull a new function out called lerp. So it's blending between the position A, so the old position, and the new position, which will be the position of the mesh plus some vectors. So here you can use whatever you like. I will go with 300. This will be our B. And to get this actual work, we need to make here an alpha input node like this. And also for the rotation, we need, of course, a lerp, which will lerp between the rotation of the moving camera and -90, so it's facing the character. And if we have a special value, which will be an equal vector, so get equal vector, this one, we will actually break out of this. So set breakout to false, then we can break out, and the two values will be first the world location, and if this location is the same as the mesh location, so we are at the end of this function, and the error tolerance can be 2 or 1, so a small number. And yeah, that's it here. Here we can now pull in our move above head function, and we just need to do before the alpha and also increase the alpha every time we go into this delay. So get the alpha plus float, and here also you can play with the values to increase the speed. So for me 001 or 0.001 is the best value. And to do actually a loop, we need just to go back into the delay. Here you can double click to have a reroute node, and then we have a better seeing of this. So let's go into the next one, which will be also something like this. So copy this all over and go into the phones node here. Just delete this function here, and for this one we make a new one which is called move. Whoops, delete the T. Oh, and I totally forgot my hotkey show, so let me open up this. So back with the hotkeys, here is all we need to do. Get the moving cam and set only the world location, because we just want to make it higher. So get this one. Then from the moving cam get also the world location. And we want to lerp this again. So we will work a lot with the lerp. Get the alpha here. And then get the mesh. Whoops, not the arrow component, the mesh. And get his world location. And add a vector to this one. Get it in here. And let's make this one 2000. And again, we need again this equal vector to this one, and this one will be 1. And let's break out here again, true. So this is our easy move high function. So grab this in. Whoops, alpha, and actually we can test this if you like. So just hit play and press H. And yeah, there is one problem. So go into the buff head, and I forgot to connect the alpha here. So yeah, now this should work. Yep, it works. Okay. So again, the next part is a bit trickier. Here will come a function which we will be implementing later. So this one would be a get all actors. Let's get here get all actors of class, and we will implement this later. So let's just go ahead, and after this get all actors, we will again do a loop. So let's first do this. It's a thing of copy, so we just don't have to copy all the stuff again. So we make all the logic, copy this character, and then add the function of get all actors. So again, delete this function here, and we make a new one, which will be move to other. So we move to the other camera of the other character. And here we have also a small problem because we don't have yet the actual reference to the other camera. So let's do everything except that. So get world location of this camera, and again we want to set this world location here, and we want to lerp between two values, and we can just here add vector because we will need here this function to be done later. And of course the height is the same as before, so 2000 is the height, and let's get the alpha here, and again let's get here the equal. So we can't test this now because we're missing here the actual camera from the other character, so we just do here now our logic, and we'll be doing this later. So breakout is true, compile and save. Get back to the event graph, and let's put in here everything and the alpha, don't forget this. And now from this part, it's the last one in this function round. So get your player controller, and we want to unpossess our pawn. So this means that this controller is not longer controlled by us and the new controller, so we want to possess. So this variable gets also the player controller, but the pawn which will be controlled will be driven from this get all actors of class. So we will later, if we implement this, also implement here. And the next part is to get the moving camera and get their location and the rotation. And we will also later give the other character the actual position of this character's camera. So yeah, this is this part. We will do this if we are finished with this logic. So for the next part, we also need a custom event which starts when the other character is giving the actual start zoom in movement over. So this will be a start zoom variable event, which will be started if the other character gives the position or the possess process to the other one. So to actually do this, we need a lot of inputs here, or what? It's okay, we can work with 3, so let's just do 3. This will be location. Whoops, not location, this will be the vector and called location. This will be the rotator called rotation. And this one will be a self ref. Let's just make this as an actor, and we will change this later to character references. So first we want to do is again a double check. So let's get the player controller, and we want to disable input, so we can't really do anything before the movement is completed. So this is not the target, this is the player controller, and the target will be here ourselves. Then we want to check and is valid. And this is valid is from the self. If this is valid, then we do something we will do later. And then we want to set the world location of our moving camera. So set world location. Set world location, there it is. So this will be implemented later when we copy this character over. And okay, I'm a bit dumb at the moment, so this is set world location and rotation. This was correct because we have here these two values given over, so like this. And now we start to actually set the Activisionness of this camera. So if we go into this, we want to disable the follow camera. So we set, we want to set active the moving camera. So again, we can have now our zoom. So this will be the new active. And again, we double check here all variables that they initialized like we want them to be. So we can move breakout, and this one breakout will be true and the others will be false, like this. And then again we start our small loop we got here. So let's copy over one of these loops here, this one for example, and we can go in here. So delete this function. And I got a small problem with my microphone, so I can continue now. So yeah, you deleted this one, and let's create a new function which will be move from top. And this one will be again get the moving camera and set its world location. So get here our world location, and again we want to lerp this between the moving cam and this mesh, and our goal is to get the world location plus 300. So we go to this point from the alpha again, drag in there and this one together, and again your check here for equal. This one will be connected there. Get this one together and get the breakout and set this to false. So again we have this one finished. So grab the move from top, get in the alpha and connect these two. And let's do the last loop for this part. Also, so delete this again. And this function will be called moving to normal. So now we move to our normal camera position. So get the follow camera and get the moving camera, and let's copy this over. Need this 2 times. And we want to set the world location and rotation of the moving cam. And for this we lerp here, and we also lerp here. Let's first do this lerp, so we get again the world location the camera is at the moment. And our goal is to set it to the location of the follow camera. So we get this world location, put in the alpha, and for the moving cam the same, just with the rotation. So get world rotation 2 times, connect these two together and connect to the alpha, and again we want to have this equal vector here. Press N1 here, and if this is true, like always, breakout is false. So we are done with the delay. Grab in the normal one here, pull in the alpha, connect this together, and from this part now we want to set the activeness of moving cam to reset. So this is no longer active, and we want to set the follow camera active, so now we can normally play. So click this, new active, and then we want to check that all variables are normal again. So can move is enabled. The moving cam position needs to be resetted, so set word location and rotation. This one will be 0, 0, 0, so like the normal position. And the last thing is we want to get our player controller, and we want to enable again the input. So this and this one can be left like this. So yeah, we actually completed with this part. So the next thing is to copy this character over and call this character B. Now we have these characters, and the next thing is I want to make a new level. So let's just fast do here a small landscape, here 0, and let's create. And now the thing is, this will only work if both characters are actually spawned in the world. So like GTA, Trevor is somewhere in the world and it only works then. So now we spawn this character B, and now we can work again with this thing here. So actually we have just to search here for character B, and then we loop from him. And as we only have one character B, because he's unique, we only will get one loop or one variable, and we promote this to the other. This will be the name of this reference, and compile and save and click on complete. So then in the move to other variable, we have to activate this thing. So we get here our other, and we get the mesh, or let's say we get world location, and then it will automatically get the mesh before. So I want to get this one plus 2000. This is the position of the other cam. So and the next thing is here we need to enable the start. So now we get here again the other reference, and we search for the start zoom, and we want to make sure to have class character A and to get this start zoom. So the target is not from character B. We want to get the zoom from character B, so click on context and sensitivity, start the zoom, and now there is character B. Now we want to get this, so we give him the location of this camera, and we give him the rotation of this camera, and also we give him this self-reference like this. And then we go into the character B, and now we have here the self-reference, which will be character A. We are now in character B, so this one will be character A. This will go into this one, and we also set here a variable can press H from the character A. So here we set that character A can again press H, and if it's not valid, we're just going over to the normal path. So compile and save. Yeah, and so for one way it would work now, but we have to actually do this here for this one too. So let's get here, let's look for the work we've done here. Character A for each loop. Get these together. Promote to variable called other. Compile and save. Connect the loop to this, and if it's completed, go to delay, then go to move character, get the other, get the well location, it's the mesh, and get this together, compile and save, go into the event graph, here again, grab the other, we want to start zoom, and this time we want to have it from A because we're in B and want to give over to character A the location, the rotation, and the self reference. Like this, compile and save. And the next thing is we want to do this for this character, so go here, get the self reference, and put in character B. So here comes reference of character B, and from this one we want to set press H, set can press H of character B. This one will be true. Get this together, and that should be it. So let's test this. Compile and save this one. Compile and save this one. We press H, this works, goes up, searches for the other one, and here's a break. So he don't find the position of the other one. So let's see what we did wrong here. So move high works, and this doesn't work. So here's the mistake. We need to make it, of course, into the breakout. Did I do here? Yeah, here the same. So go from the complete, of course, in the breakout. Compile and save. Compile and save. Let's test this again. Press H. Goes up and moves to the other one. And there is the next problem. So this one will be at start zoom. So let's check this. So let's look into this part here. Can move breakout. Offer, yeah, move from top. Let's see. Move from top. This worked out. This is the breakout. Is set to true. The active camera is moving camera. We set the location of this one to. Oh, here we forgot the self reference. Let's check here also the self reference. Compile and save and play. Let's see. Nope. So here's somewhere the mistake. Okay, one thing I found is here we again forget to check here variables, so get this in here, this part, so compile and save, but I don't think this fixed it. Let's see. It goes, no, this fixed it not. So here the location rotation of our moving camera is not correctly provided, so let's double check this. Nope. So the actual problem comes from here. So I think I found it. We did not correctly give here the other pawn over. So just get the other here and put this in, and it should work now. So let's see. It goes there and it goes down and it goes here, and now I can move. Yeah, it worked. So let's go back. Goes up, goes to the other, and it's almost finished. So here is the small port where it says move to normal is not working. So this one is the same problem we faced here. So rip this in, and now this will also work. Yeah, that's it actually. Here we go. Can press H now, and nothing will happen. And now we can press H again. Press H, nothing happens. Here we are. And it worked. So that's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions or tutorial wishes or recreate wishes, just put them into the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching. And the next series we will work on our manual Bastogne character. So